You might think they're fun, or maybe they're boring. There's fish that can fly and bees that are swarming. We'll tell them to you, even if they are corny. It's the crazy animal stories. That's right, it's the crazy animal stories. Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. Nice.
Crazy animal stories, guys. We are going to and we're going to end up voting on one of these, and so we're kind of going to do it. There can be only one winner, but we're going to choose the best one. But there's a lot of these. There's a lot of crazy animal stories, and what I'd really like to hear is personal accounts, firsthand accounts of crazy stuff that animals have done. Not like stuff you saw on Nat Geo or whatever. Wopsle, what do you think about crazy animal stories?
Animals do be crazy. That's just fact. Okay, there's no debating that. I feel like I got a lot of crazy stories. The one, I guess, I don't know if there's going to be a recurring segment, but I'll just get my best and craziest animal story out of the way right off the bat. It's a camping story. And whenever I go camping, I don't bring any good provisions. It's only junk food, right? I've got Star Crunches and Nutty Buddies and every bag of chips you can think of. And that's all I got. And so me and my wife and some friends were camping, and I had my bag of Cool Ranch Doritos sitting there beside the ice chest that I was sitting on near the fire. And who should creep out of the bushes and up into our little circle of friends except for a rascally raccoon?
Nice.
A rascally raccoon comes up and he steals my chips, dude, and runs off into the bushes. Now, that was annoying. It was like a half a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. And I'm out here. I didn't bring very much food. And a little bit I got, this raccoon just took. So I was so bummed, and I was like, what are we going to do? It didn't feel like he was too far off in the woods, so I kind of was creeping around and just kind of being patient and waiting. And wouldn't you know, that dude came back out to taunt me about having my bag of chips. And we could see him right there. He was right at the edge of the woods. And I'm pretty scared of most animals. I kind of famously fell off a horse when I was little, and that kind of made me afraid of all animals. But I love Doritos more than I hate animals. And so I lunged for this dude and stole my chips back from this raccoon.
No way.
And I took it. He had his head in there and his muddy paws all in there like this. These chips had become raccoon chips. They were once human chips. They had become raccoon chips. And then I set my butt back down on my ice chest and finished the rest of those raccoon chips like the king that I felt like I was.
Oh my God.
So my crazy animal story when a raccoon stole my chips and I stole them back.
Follow-up question. Did you get rabies?
Yes. The jury is still out. We are monitoring the situation closely.
Shishi, what do you think about what's a crazy animal story you can tell?
I would drive from one town to the next town because my brother Tony went to school in the next town and I went to school in our hometown. So driving down the back roads, it is like a 7-mile drive. We come upon this donkey who is on the side of the road, and I'm coming upon the donkey, and I'm just going to go on by because he's over there. He's not looking at me or anything, and he whips his head up, and he starts running down the street in front of us.
In front of the car?
And he is...
Yeah, in front of the car.
He is kicking up so much dust in front of the car. So I'm going about 25 to 30 miles an hour behind this donkey. He is beating down the track. He is booking it. And I'm like, and he's just like, his head is whipping back and he's like looking at me all wall-eyed, like I'm chasing him to eat him. So I slow down because I'm like, I'm scaring the donkey, right? I think he'll veer off and go down the side of the road. But he didn't. He kept going. I swear we probably drove like a mile and a half.
And he kept looking
maybe
back.
Maybe a mile and a half like that. And so we
like,
come
what's
up.
this lady's deal?
He kept looking back at us. All he had to do was stay on the side of the road and watch us drive by. It would have been fine. So then we come up to a crossroads. I need to turn left. And I say out loud, if this donkey turns left, I don't remember what threat, but I threatened the donkey with bodily harm. And he turned left. He's running another mile down the road before he finally got tired and went off, and we just went by. Like, and he's watching us go by like, oh, you're going by. But he was flat out. He was terrified the entire way. He ran at least 2 miles in front of my car.
I'm ruining the podcast because I can't stop laughing.
The funny part was when he just kept looking back at us and the whites of his eyes were showing. He was so scared.
That poor donkey. Gosh. Holy cow.
Oh, that was the funniest.
Donkeys are so stupid.
Why is this crazy lady chasing me?
The car wants to eat
This
me.
lady is nuts.
And that donkey was thinking, if that lady turns left, I swear to God. Oh my God.
Oh, my face hurts.
Tony, I'm so glad you were in the car with me,
Me
that day.
too. That was, oh my goodness. That was really funny. Wow. Okay. Well, I have to say, my story is a little similar to Wopsel's. I wish I could say it was similar to Shishi's, but there's nothing similar to that. So, but okay, so it's me, and I believe it was, anyways, a bunch of the guys that we used to hang out with. One day, the guys are just like, hey, let's go camping. And I didn't know what that meant to them. They were a little younger than me. And so I hadn't gone camping with this particular group of guys, but we were all real tight. And so we go camping, and here's how we embark. We get in the car and go.
Those are the best camping trips.
I kind of thought, well, isn't there something that should be some sort of preparation? Nope, no prep.
Sandwiches involved.
Right. Yeah. Am I gonna see a sandwich at any point? So we get there, we all exit the truck, and we go down to some big old rocks right at the edge of the river. We hang out there, and somebody, I think, had a half a bottle of some sort of alcohol that we passed around and sat there in the dark. And then when it was time to go to sleep, I saw people just, all right, guys, good night. I lay wherever they were, just lay down on the rock. And so I took my shoes and used them as a pillow.
So the crazy animals in this story are humans. But this is
right.
These
we
are the
were
people
basically
doing something crazy.
acting like animals. Yes.
Right.
So, but one thing, we brought one thing. We didn't bring anything to drink other than a half bottle of whiskey. We didn't bring anything to eat. We only brought one thing, and that was an old BB gun pistol. We talked about, hey, well, at least we got protection, right? So I wake up, it's morning, and every millimeter of my body is in pain.
Right.
And I look around and everybody's still asleep. And I go, well, I got to go pee. So I grab the BB gun because I'm going over into the woods where who knows what could be there. I'm just grabbing it just kind of to be silly, kind of as a lark, So I walk over into the woods over by the river, down river a little ways. And I'm about to undo my pants to start urinating, and all of a sudden I hear a hiss, and I look down, and there is a badger right at my feet, looking up at me, and I don't know. It's kind of like, how would you know if an alien that you'd never seen an alien face before, how would you know they were mad, but you do somehow?
Right.
That's how I felt about this badger. I've never seen a mad badger before, but this one was mad.
Right.
And I looked at the badger, and I swear to you, I said, bad timing, bro, or something to that. I said bad timing. And I took the BB pistol, put it out right at his face. It was the end of the pistol was probably a foot away from his head, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was gonna kill him. I was gonna take him out because I thought he was gonna come after me. So I pulled the trigger. Nothing happened except something did happen. The BB rolled out of the barrel and landed on the badger's face. And I knew I was in trouble. I ran, and he chased me for a minute, and then he gave up and just stood there watching me. And I stopped after a ways to look back, and he was still standing there, like
laughing,
ready to come at me. Yeah. Yeah. But it seemed like it made him more mad that the BB hit him in the face. He was like, oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah, it would me too. Okay, so my
Wow.
follow-up question is, were you finished with your business before that stuff went down?
No, I was not. I didn't even start yet.
Oh, okay, good. Whew.
Yeah, it was one of those in the middle.
Yeah, you would have been running while peeing had you started.
I was going to say, why didn't you
Right.
just, use what you had
Pee on him?
available? And pee
Just
on him?
pee on the badger. Are you?
Come on.
Come on.
I mean, what good is it to be able to pee standing up if you can't pee on a badger?
I am never going to forget the time that my sister suggested I pee on a badger. It's not every day that happens.
Is that a badger or is that jellyfish? I forget. I'm supposed to pee on one of them.
Yeah. I think any animal that you're not sure, just better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
You guys remember in Tommy Boy when he peed on that badger?
I totally forgot. He did. He were cow tipping.
He did,
and then
man.
that badger, and he peed on him.
And Rob Lowe was standing there with no shirt on. It's cool.
Right.
You might think they're fun, or maybe they're boring. There's fish that can fly and bees that are swarming. We'll tell them to you, even if they are corny. It's the crazy animal stories. That has been the crazy animal stories.
Yeah.